Shanti. Welcome to Vyakti Parivar. Today is day 27. Smriti Swarup. Jagadamba. Lap of love. Love emerges and flows. Mama's mantra. Always see God the Father and follow Brahma Baba. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. We can use another word for embodiment is image. And images of confluence sage create the idols in the path of bhakti. The features of the idol, expression on the face of the idol, actually shows all the qualities. Baba mentions in Murli about Birla temple of Lakshmi Narayan, and it was 1 year of my college. My university college for journalism was next to that temple, just next building to Lakshmi Narayan temple. And so before going to college, I will go every evening in that part of the temple where there were big, very beautiful idols of Lakshmi and Narayan. And I will look into their eyes and used to feel a lot of contentment, lot of love. And it became my habit to go every evening, just to feel that. That means each quality which Baba talks about, when we are embodiment, it's in our image. And that image is becoming, as Baba said in the Murli, you becoming divine and worship worthy. Because that quality is constantly in your thoughts, in your words, your relationship with each other. So that is what really our aim is, changing knowledge into awareness, and awareness in inculcation, then we become the image or embodiment. So embodiment is visible in your image. So each one of us, whether it is truth, whether it's love, whatever our qualities are, you become the image of that. And in the end, the service also will be like visiting Lakshmi Narayan temple. Our images will give them the experience of hope, of joy, of love, contentment, and as if there are no difficulties, many, many different experiences. So that is what we call it the original image, no? Original form. Eternal form is as a soul, peaceful, loveful, pure, and original is of golden age, where we all were worship worthy souls. And this is the transition, that is, we are last part of uh, whatever I have to become, the image, that's what I am creating now. This morning, Smundi Baba talked about so many types of uh, awareness. Let's say in my awareness, I am aware that yes, I am the one who is the victorious soul. Victory is guaranteed. So that awareness will be visible in my image, through my eyes, my face, that stability, fearlessness that anyone will have. The look at that image will experience, become free from fear that I am victorious. So why I have to be that image is the service which will be happening now will be through the image. Baba always says that the image which grants the visions to others. And when they have these experiences, that brings them close to God. Yes, Baba gives us love. Mama shared love. And also all daddies shared love because their life begins with the love story. Their life is like love story, right? When I think of Mama, her love for Brahma Baba and Shiv Baba, was that's what her life was love. And that brought all the powers in Mama. That is why her memorials of all different goddesses, we call them Shaktis, because Mama changed that love into power. Whatever renunciation, many times sacrifice, any kind of criticism, challenges, and not even sure about any future material security, but it was her love that made it very natural and easy. She remained joyful, enthusiasm, courageous, and of course, very, very stable until the last minute. Now we all receive love from God. We all love God, but some of us get so much used to love but don't know how to change it into power. So think about it. Am I changing the love I am receiving from God into all the powers, becoming Master Almighty? And of course, one of the way, as described Ramesh Bhai, for all dadis, if you look into their lives, were able to do because of the power, they were able to achieve. But one of the most important, that love means You listen and you obey. This quote, which was like whatever he gives the orders, I keep doing it, what we call as Shrimat, that he's the one who is giving the directions. And then there is power. I keep courage, and courage also comes because of my love. So love changes into powers. But some, they just want to experience love. But if I want to continue to be a good instrument and have unlimited capacities, I have to take every step, that is, do every action based on Srimat. Srimat is his orders. In Hindi, they call it hukum, hukumi, hukam. So, courage, trust, and faith, all from my love for God. All of us, I think, when I think of when I came in Gyan as teenager, one is personal transformation, but other is keeping courage to give God's message to everyone. So whatever will Baba will say in Murli, you all should go to these newspaper offices and tell them about, give the message to them. I remember just walking into editor's room in very, very important newspapers of Delhi. I start talking. Whatever was required in Madhuban, those days there was rationing. So they wanted more sugar or wheat or anything for Baba's children. I will call in the morning minister of that department and say, can I talk to you? So when I think of what one is able to do when there is love as an instrument, and of course I always feel that I was thinking of the love holding Brahma Baba, held my hand and taught me many things. This morning I was feeling her hand in Delhi. First time I went to Madhuban, Baba started showing me everything. I thought, well, how can you just tell everything, show everything to a new person? But today, when I think that I have to serve and help Yagya, I was reminded that I was actually very lovingly shown everything about Yagya. When there was construction of Om Shanti Bhavan, they have engineers meeting, whatever, and Dadi Prakash Mani say, you come and sit. So I used to say, Mama, what will I do? But you can't say to Dadi, that why? But today, when I think of everything, so in love, you are given that sustenance, and but to change it into power, change it into feeling that responsibility or sense of return. So amazingly, that it is the power of love, and then love becomes power, more power, where every step you take, knowing that it's step of courage and unlimited help will come. It's really, really amazingly each one of us, as Baba said, each one is a special soul. You think of how much courage, how much love, and because of love, you had power to do so many things. That's why today I was thinking about Dadi Janki, Dadi Gulzar, why they taught so many things and how much love each one gave to us. So now I was realizing that this love, as much we change in power, courage, or virtue, and then always remind ourselves that I have to be image of those virtues, and I have to serve through the image. So Mama's story was actually love story with God. Right? I think same is with us, right? I remember as a teenager just saying, "Mm, I have to do what my father is doing. Whatever is his task, that's what I will do in my life." Even I had to go to college, university, but internally I knew that what I have to do. So, how much God gives us in love, and all our ancestor souls have given to us, we should think, have I changed all that love into power? Courage to follow Srimad and do what Baba is asking you to do. Didi Manmohini used to say, read Murli and let's see what we haven't yet done. And we will say, oh, we haven't done this service, that, okay, we have to do it, get it accomplished. So in our lives also, we have to see not only Baba's love, but sustenance and protection. Baba is taking care of us, providing us everything, and as guide, is guiding us. But I have to follow Srimad not only to be awareness, but also into actions too. So that with actions, we create the sanskars and that become part of image. So each one of us, we are image. Each one has that personality. Just look at yourself. Are you ready to be a worship-worthy idol in a temple? Our pure drishti, loving drishti, detached drishti, every kind of awareness through our eyes, through our face, and also practically through our actions should be visible. So Mama's story was love story. And it's so interesting that how whatever was her story, that's what she was sharing very naturally. I know that every soul will be touched by Mama's love, her confidence in speaking truth. She didn't had even for a moment the fear of that the message which I am sharing, the truth which I am sharing, will it be accepted or not? Should I say in different words? Yes, she will clarify. She will speak in the way makes good sense, clarity, but not change it. Right? That is why when we hear Mama's Murli or Mama's talks, immediately there was this whole feeling of love, faith, courage, surrender. So each one of us, we look at our story, says love with God, which I'm sure that's how we begin. And as Mama completed her journey, being that image that we say Saraswati, we say Jagatamba, many other goddesses as her images are worshipped. So think of changing love into power by following the directions and then share that power of love with all other souls. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. It's always nice to listen about Mama, right? Feel like keep listening about Mama. So we'll listen more about Mama. So I'd like to invite our dear sister Brahma Kumari, guide, Tribane Angel. Welcome.
Om Shanti. And today we are going to be looking at our homework first, and which would be tomorrow's homework. And Mama's mantra for tomorrow would be always see God, the Father, and follow Brahma Baba. So Mama's mantra that we have to practice tomorrow, always see God, the Father, and follow Brahma Baba. And connected to that would be that love that emerged from her lap, the lap of love that gave us the strength to do that. And that love emerges from Shiv Baba, and it flowed through Brahma Baba and everyone else connected to Shiv Baba's love would become an instrument for that love to flow. So using those two strands and the final part of Ramesh Bhai's story. So today it's going to be episode 5 of his story, and it kind of concludes this whole journey of Mama that he gained so much strength from. And of course, the relationship between him and Mama and this whole thing of Smriti Swarup. So today is day 5, and it's going to be episode 5, and it's going to be the final one connected to Ramesh Bhai. And tomorrow we're going to have a different story. So for the practice of Smriti Swarup today, the 3 strands, the first one being Mama's mantra, always see God, the Father, and follow Brahma Baba. Now, Mama's regard for God, and when she, during the period that she was a Brahma Kumari, they referred to Shiv Baba as Almighty Baba. So her regard for Almighty Baba, for Shiv Baba, was from her heart. But her heart was a heart full of trust. Mama trusted Baba, Almighty Baba, absolutely. And because she knew he was in Brahma Baba's body, whatever Brahma Baba said, she followed, because her loyalty was to Shiv Baba's Shrimat. And so this was where always see God, the Father, and follow Brahma Baba actually was born out of. The second aspect, which is the lap of love, love emerges and flows, it's through Mama's drishti. One was being in Mama's lap, but when you were in her lap, you actually took drishti from her. And so this drishti was experienced in the lap of love. Many people describe the experience of being in Mama's lap as though she had become like a golden vessel, and she held the purity of Param Prem. And Param Prem is supreme love. Param is supreme, Prem is love. And this love felt as though when they were taking drishti from her, it felt as though that love was flowing from the source of Shiv Baba, flowing through Mama into their souls as Shakti. And so Shakti is power. So the love, this Param Prem, flowed like Shakti through Mama, and it was referred to as the power of love or powerful love. And it was this who made her into Adi Shakti, that first Shakti, because God love flowed through her. So today's story, which the third strand of practicing the Smriti Swarup, is about how Mama always see God and follow Brahma Baba. And this was the basis of her decision to return to Abu. She followed, she trusted Shiv Baba, and she followed that direction with total obedience. And so it was this mantra perhaps that made her say yes. When Brahma Baba sent that letter and said, now Mama has to return to Abu, and her natural response was to say yes to Baba. Also, part of the story was very interesting, as you'll hear, and that is this love, how it practically got experienced by Ramesh Bhai, and how that obedience that she had to Baba was the obedience perhaps that flowed through her drishti into Ramesh Bhai that made him so obedient to Baba's Shrimat. So practicing the Smriti Swarup, the eternal form is the form of awareness, and that is, we heard it today, the Anadi form. And of course, just a reminder, it is not just at the level of thinking about it, but it is at the level of being the embodiment of it. So Smriti Swarup, the embodiment of awareness, not Smriti Sochna, the embodiment of thoughts. And so for today, when we're going to listen to the story, the practice starts from the moment we start listening to this story. So in order to prepare for this practice, we will sit on the seat of being full of all powers. We're going to practice what Baba said today in the blessing. So we're going to sit on the seat of being full of all powers with the awareness of being with the companion. I will still ask myself, who am I? What am I? And whom I belong to. Then I will listen to Ramesh Bhai's story about Mama's departure from his home at the request of Baba for her to return to Abu. This was the response that was sent from Baba after he received Ramesh Bhai's letter. The episode is focused on Drishti. And then we're going to observe what is emerging in our awareness as Ramesh Bhai is taking Drishti from Mama. Him being in that lap of love and him experiencing love emerging from Shiv Baba and flowing through Mama, through the Drishti. Now, before I start the story, I just want to say something here. I can just imagine how powerful this must have been, being in the lap of Mama and taking Drishti or just taking Drishti from Mama. Because when I first came, and those of my generation that came to Baba in the mid-70s, we would get powerful Drishti. And there was something that was being like transmuted through the Drishti into us. So whether it was Drishti from Bapdada, or whether was Drishti from the Dadis, or even from the senior brothers. But for instance, if there was a traffic control song that came on and we happened to be sitting in front of Daddy Ji would focus her concentrated Drishti on us. And she wouldn't move her Drishti for that whole traffic control song. And it was as if she was holding us in that Smriti Swarup. It was as though we were in the awareness of being who we are, the soul, and it was as if Dadi with her Drishti was transmuting the power of love into us and of course flowing from Baba. And it used to be really powerful experiences because we could feel the shift happening inside of us. And so I could just imagine what Ramesh Bhai felt from taking that Drishti from Mama when she left his house. So here is what Ramesh Bhai said. Mama left our home for Madhuban on June 4th, 1965. Now in 1965, Mama was 46 years old. Before she left our home, I had bought a new song. And the song was, "Oh, the one who is leaving, please return if possible." Daddy Prakashmani and Daddy Brijendra were sitting in the living room because they were accompanying Mama to Madhuban. I told Daddy Prakashmani, "Daddy, this is a 3-minute song. Please play it once. And when it ends, play it again. Because I wish to spend 6 complete minutes with Mama taking her Drishti." Mama placed her hand in my hand and gave me loving Drishti continuously for 6 minutes, and I absorbed her Drishti. At the time of farewell, Mama's eyes were filled with tears of love. She and I both knew what would happen in time. None of the other children of the yajna had the faintest idea. It felt as if Mama and I shared a significant secret. Now, that was what I call the last drishti. And what would have happened there, only Ramesh Bhai and Mama would know. And of course, Baba, that significant secret was one to do with Mama and what she was going to go through. But the significant secret was more than that. And of course, only the two would know, and Baba. So let's practice together. Remembering Mama's mantra, always see God, the Father, and follow Brahma Baba. Listening to Ramesh Bhai, the deep bond between the son, the child, Ramesh Bhai, and the mother, Mama, was so heartfelt. What emerges in your smriti, in your awareness on observing this relationship? What inspirations touch your heart? So for 3 minutes, we're going to reflect on this question. We're going to experience it. What emerges in your smriti, your awareness on observing this relationship of the deep bond between the child, Ramesh Bhai, and the mother, Mama? What inspirations touched your heart?
Yes, Baba changed our world through his drishti. And that was the last line of the song. Baba change our world through his drishti. So we are in our different new world, right? Om Shanti and good night, everyone. Good night.